Hey guys, it's Cubby. We're back with another juicy LCK game. I'm not touching any of that EU LCS crap. You can throw that out the building. Real talk. The games today were actually really bad. I was pretty disappointed in the Splice's play. Um, and yeah, no, those games are not worth going over. It would be a mess. I would be talking for hours and hours and hours upon mistakes. So instead, we're going to watch a game between two probably bottom to mid-tier LCK games. uh, LCK teams. If you want to say that EULCS is better, leave that in the comments. I'll just link, I am Katowice's results where Kangdu Monster took games off of NA and EU despite being relegated out of LCK. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get into this. As always, going into this video, if you guys don't like it or you like it or whatever, like, give me your feedback. Give me the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Leave some comments too, especially if you leave a thumbs down. I want to know what I can do to get better. And yeah, let's go on with another Cubby's critiques. Third day in a row. Really hitting up that LCK stuff. So let's speed on through pick ban. Syndra ban. They don't want Mickey having Syndra. LeBlanc. They don't want Kuzan having LeBlanc. I really don't know what to ban yet. Okay, so Zach's the one guaranteed red side ban pretty much. And if you want to see Zach wreck a game, the series before this, Longzhu versus BBQ, spoiler alert, but Cuz gets Zach and absolutely just trashes everyone. That champ's pretty busted. And you can also play him in like 3 roles. Okay, what are they going to first pick here? So, some insight. Lee Sin's the strongest jungler. They don't want to first pick him. Also, Elise is like the other strongest jungler. They banned Thresh because Songyun's been spamming Kalista. And Thresh Kalista is a really strong lane. And I just don't think they want to give up that lane. And so instead of taking away the Kalista, which is the lower priority, they take away the Thresh. So it kind of knocks out 2 birds with 1 stone. What first pick they're going to do here? Rumble? Maybe? Ixu's not that great of a Rumble player, though. Galio, okay. That's fine. Top tier, tank top laner. Probably the #1 guy up there. Shai's going to take the cannon into it. And Ashe. Okay, so probably a Varus Syra? Whoa. Or take the jungler. Yeah, they gotta take jungler or else they're gonna eat 2 jungle bans. Jace, okay. So, I don't know why Jin Air is putting... What the... What? You have any support in the game that you can pick, and you pick Brand. I think it's also semi-important to note that I actually think that Jin Air might flex this Jace top and put Galio mid. Because Jace is a counter to Kennen, and I've seen a couple Galio mids do alright. I mean, you can clear the mages without any AP. It's really balanced. They're banning Blitzcrank. Okay, Orianna, so they're just gonna get rid of a Midnighter for Mickey. What is up? I guess Snow Powers? Varus makes sense, yeah. Why ban Blitz? I guess it's really good in the Brand? It would be pretty good in the Brand Ash. Nidalee. Dude, why did I go over this draft? Oh my god. Some Zaya. We're gonna see Rakan. Oh, yeah, we are. He locked it in. Dude, this game is... Oh, what is going on? Okay. This is not a standard draft. This is out there. So what's bad? So first off, okay. So when you pick Kennen first, you're kind of committing to a split pushing game. Kennen can team fight, but he's much better as a split pusher. And so I don't get why they took Brand. Because, like, if you're going to be grouped as 4, he's just so vulnerable. Where, like, you can take Karma and gave your entire team a speed up and like literally disengaged from anything. The Nidalee, I've been hearing a lot of rumors that Nidalee's back in the jungle, mostly because Cuz played it to rank 1 in Korea. That dude's crazy on Nidalee. He's the jungler for Longzhu. He's 17. He's a prodigy. Okay, so the Cassio I get, because if they're assuming it's Galio mid, and you kind of get a free lane into the Galio, and also she brings a little bit of CC, some disengage, which is like what this team really needs. I just don't get the Nidalee brand. I don't get the brand at all. Like, why? Why brand? What does brand do here that Karma, Lulu, Zyra don't? He does more damage. Great. It's not what you're looking for in that role. So this is a weird game. And yeah, it's going to be that Galio flex mid. That's kind of a cute play there from Jin Air, taking both. And also Zyra Khan's, you know. I think it's a lane that we might see a bit more, because Rakan's dash distance to Xayah is legitimately ridiculous. Alright. A little bit of poke. He's going to use the recall mechanic. Xayah get off a No, the recall got canceled by, I think Ashe used W. So it's not going to matter. The important thing here is that Graves got a ward. Ooh, let me boot up Epic Pen. Got the Epic Pen back. Ooh. Ooh, gonna get fancy. My bad. I should have this going before the video. I'm not a professional. I'm here for the content instead of the production quality. So they got a ward. This is blue team right here. Woo. So that's important because he can at least get a slight read on if Nidalee is going to cross over to start red side, because I highly doubt Nidalee could start Raptors. I think she would get pulverized. Anyway, gonna continue. Ooh, I can pick colors. Sorry, I uh, I was looking. I'm like looking for a red, an actual red. Yeah, there is a red, but how do I get that up here? All right, different day, Matt. So Graves is gonna start Raptors. He does Raptors way too fast to not start it. Nidalee is gonna start Q and do blue. So one thing that ROX is really going to be looking for in this matchup is like they want to punish the melee versus range support. They have the range support they're looking to punish. You can see Brand is the DFT. He's just doing boatloads of damage. Rakan's already down to half. And he started Coin, so he's pretty useless. Coin's nice on Rakan though, because the speed up boost, like he gets a lot of speed, and it really helps him land those charms. So despite not having a leash, Nidalee is still able to clear both buffs and another camp and hit level 3 only slightly later than Graves. You can see here Mickey landing some pretty nice harass on the Galio. This is about the only time that Mickey has an advantage in the lane. It's before the first back, because after that he'll go tier and Galio will spec MR, and it's just going to be a farm show. Mickey will be up a little bit, but Galio doesn't really care about that. He just wants to pick up his farm and XP and get real tanky. Okay, nice pathing from Umti. So let's see what Umti did real quick. So I pull up my red cursor. So Umti started here, right? And he went here. And from here, he went, I believe he went here, 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 pathed back down and through here, took crab. I was going to gank bot. It's a nice path. Gets him level 4. So he gets a level 4 gank. Whereas Nidalee, whoops, I flipped the colors, my bad. So that's Graves. Graves is in the red, even though he's on the blue team. Nidalee went blue. Wolves. You know what? We're just going to do 3, 4, 5. So they're both on 5 camps, but you can see that Graves has a level advantage. And Graves is going to get the first gank off. He's clearing faster. He would also have more creeps at the moment. So, I'm trying to think of the reasoning for the jungle pathing. I think Nidalee is doing this because she doesn't want to run into Graves. Because Nidalee's first clear is very rough. And if Graves finds Nidalee in the first clear, it's not going to be pretty. But after that, Nidalee is like very strong. All right, let's get this down to normal speed. Oh boy. Oh, Umti. So nice harass there from the Bran. Thanks to Doran Shield, that's just gonna be a whatever gank. He's gonna farm out his Krugs, and he's gonna get back on his merry way. See, Mickey's basing for his tier now. You probably just hit the timing. He'll probably get tier and like a pink health potion. There's the pink, or I guess a red ward now. I'm always gonna call those things pink. So why did he just hit 4? Hold on. I'm gonna go back. How did he lose his Raptors? Or did I miss something? He should do them right now. I guess you do hit 4 from a full clear. Graves probably maybe zap some XP from mid. Oh, Graves did red now. Oh, I messed up. So Graves went, let me get the right color here. Graves went 1, 2, no. He went 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. My bad. I messed this all up. He went 1. That's 5. So he's ahead of camp. 3, or no, shit. Oh my god, I'm struggling, guys. This is an interesting path. It's not the standard Graves path. So I think actually what Nidalee is defending from is on the standard Graves path, you actually go for Krugs right now. Because the standard Graves path this patch is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is Nidalee's 5th camp. So she's trying to take it, so like if Graves E's over, he contests. Because they don't know where Graves is starting. Is that standard Graves path? It might be 3, 4, 5, 6. So I don't think it is though. I know that you end up taking the Krugs. Score did it on Graves in the second game against Long, or first game against Longzhu. That was the one where Pawn didn't play like complete poop. He played like poop, but not complete poop. Sorry about the struggle there. Speaking of struggle, little inting, inting. Reddit's probably already hit up that joke and killed it and abused it. Okay, yeah, we were about here. Man, I wonder, Kennen even went to Orange Shield, man. Ugh. Yeah, Umti's like way ahead of this Nidalee. And he also just saw where he is. Nidalee's getting pinged. But because of that blast cone, Nidalee also sees where Graves is, and Graves is taking Raptors on spawn before he bases again. Nice pathing from Umti there. Like really efficient Graves. This is why people like Graves so much. And like usually like the fastest clearing jungler gets some play because like you can do stuff like this. Looks like Nidalee is showing up bot for some harass 'cause she has nothing else to do on that side of the map. Scuttle's gone, bot side jungle gone. Their bot side jungle's gone. Uh, what? Oh my goodness. Wait, that's actually so incredibly unlucky. Sorry, I'm speeding through this. So, Ixu's out of mana. Oh, that's why you go Dorn's Blade, son. Nice animation canceling there from Umti. So, what you're gonna see Umti do is this is so unlucky. Like he's gonna W flash, so you cancel the animation of W, and he also jumps over the creeps right in Shy's face, so like all the particles of his auto attack hit, and then both sides of Q hit, and he cleans it up right here. It's like well played. I think it also shows that like when you have a kill that is that free if you commit a flash, the jungler will trade his flash for that. Like he knows he converts on that kill 100% if he flashes, so he's gonna take that. Nice dodge by Kuzan actually. Ooh, Ixu actually missed his Q there. If he hits that Q, it's big. Nice spear. Nice chain. It's just like little things, man. Like waits till the cannon's done to throw the spear so it hits 100%. That was good from Jace because he TP'd back to lane early. Cannon was dead, and so with the help of Graves, he knew that he could pressure Sangwon off some camps. And also, look at the vision they got down. Look at Blue Side's vision right now up here, right? They have a ward here, here. I'm just gonna make dots here, here. So like this top side of the map, Jace has a winning matchup. He's already up, and he's going Bork. Jeez, that item's so broken on this patch. And so like he has free reign here. For the next 2.5 minutes, he can literally do whatever he wants in the top lane without risk of getting ganked. And this means that Jin Air knows that Nidalee is not top side, so she's bot side. And they don't care playing back because they have the melee support. These are the things that Korean teams do. It's so calculated. You have a top laner in a winning matchup, free him up. Bot lane's gonna get shoved in anyway. Okay, well we don't need to ward this side of the map nearly as much. You need to ward over here to prevent dives. Like those are your lines of vision that you're looking for. You don't care as much about the river. It's an ocean drake too, low priority drake. They don't care. Committing all their vision in the top side. And these are bottom tier Korean teams too. You look at a bottom tier EU or NALCS team, man, not even close to this. Not even close to what's going on. So Mickey's out of mana, which just simply means he needs the base. He did get Kuzan's TP recently, which is good. And I'm kind of surprised. I think he's... Oh, no, he's going to get blue. Okay, if he gets blue buff, he's fine. He isn't bullying this Galio as hard as I thought he would. And I don't think that's necessarily how the junglers are interacting this game. I just think that he probably needs to shop again before he can like actually get him out of lane. But Galio shoves so hard, just like doesn't matter. Procandat Storm Raiders. Actually, why did he take Cleanse this game? I don't like Cleanse. It saves you from the free kill mid at like once Galio hits. Like if Graves is mid and Galio just like flash taunts, you're dead, right? But what else is Cleanse good for? Like what if he took Ghost and then he was able to take DFT? Like how does this lane go then with all that extra tick damage, which is a lot on Cassiopeia? Like it really adds up. If he took DFT and went haunting guys to cut through the MR, like early haunting guys, I wonder if he could would be significantly further up in this lane. Snowflower. So this is good because Snowflower knows that both bot lanes just based, so it means he's a little bit more free to, walk up and get in that ward, and so smart play. Jace, due to him going to contest Krugs earlier and Kennen picking up that wave at the tower while that was going on, is actually down despite getting the advantage in the sense that they got the kill on the Kennen. And now that this bot lane's 6, they have the advantage. Essence Reaver for Xayah. Okay. There are two builds on Xayah right now. First one is Bork Hurricane Cleaver on this patch, and the other one is Essence Reaver Hurricane IE. So it's interesting to see that. So it looks like blue team's just roaming up in the river to try and get a little bit of a vision down. You can see here, there goes Umti warding up for his top laner. These are all the wards they need. Just, right in the river. They know Nidalee's bot side now. They're going to be under tower anyway. They can play back. Now Jace can step back. And, if he needs TP, he needs TP. It's a pretty good macro player from Jin Air. Umti saw Sangwon on those wards, so he's free to walk up and do that. He knows it's not going to be contested. And now it's looking like they're going to pressure the top lane. Jin Air is. They're going to get a big advantage from this. They're going to go for this. I don't think they can. It's really hard to dive Kennen with his ult. Surprised they haven't knocked out that pink ward too in the bush. Right up there. So Sanghong knows that Umti is top, so he's just trying to do something bot. And I'm not sure why he's not going. I think he'd lose too much health if he just went for the dragon. This is getting really awkward, actually. Like, Umti's been up here for 3 waves. I feel like it's almost inefficient at this point. Shy burned ultimate that wave to prevent the tower from going down. That was really nice. So Jin Air got absolutely nothing from this. You can't dive Kennen. Oh, jeez, that Galio damage. Look at all the damage he's built, though. Oh, wait. None. Yay. Good champion. So Grave Soloing Rift Herald makes this venture top, not a complete waste of time, honestly. Is Mickey gonna die? He needs the Nidalee medical. Some Nidalee meds come through. I don't know if Kenny can save that. Yeah, this game sucks to watch. Nothing's going on. It's Galio mid. Lots of fun. And he's up in CS. Oh, Mickey's going Rod? He went for the unlimited mana build. Seriously. Why did he take Catalyst? Oh, Adaptive Helm from Galio is actually so good here. Adaptive Helm is such an underrated item this patch. If you don't have any form of like regaining health, you should probably build it over Spirit Visage. And like just think, every single Q and E from Cassiopeia, every tick does 15% less damage now. Every E, 15% less damage. How do you deal with that? Every Nidalee tick, every tick on her trap, every spear, every cougar form, or every W if he Ws twice, cannon ultimate, every brand tick with a DFT. Holy cow. He gets so much efficiency from that item. The only good thing is that he doesn't bring any magic damage to the table. So like later in the game, they can just go. So first off, Jin Air needs 2 black cleavers, which they'll get from both Graves and Jace. But the ROX can just itemize armor and be. Their armor will be much more efficient than any defenses that Jin Air build against ROX, since their damage is much more balanced. The issue with ROX though is that like they're behind now, and if Galio's ahead, I mean, they're all squishy. If Galio just walks into them right now, they die. I don't know what ROX's strategy was here. It's like they just went with the win lane, win game strat. I know Ixu's a decent Jace player, but his EQ's been pretty poor so far this game. Ooh, Ash Arrow. Ooh, whiff. Doesn't matter. Okay, that was a nice change to see. Is he gonna flash? Nope, didn't get any. I'm gonna go over all this in a sec. Ooh. There's gonna be a replay probably, since that was like the first thing that actually happened this game. That was interesting. I hope. No replay? Alright. Alright, see the setup. So first off, okay, because of that, the plant, now ROX knows that Jace is mid, and once they see Graves here, he's going to clear the wave and they're going to pop Herald. So this signals, Herald is a giant black and yellow roadside sign that says, hey, we're going to siege. And it should be, because it really does a lot of damage to this tower. So that's a missed EQ. That's actually going to come into play later. And you can see since it dropped, immediately Ken and the Brand respawn. And Nidalee's already there. And Ashe also helps. Except so ROX already wins here. Their bot lane's crashing, which is good. Because they crashed their bot lane. So that means that's golden XP that Ashe is missing out. So that's good. And this is a nice chain stun. Even though Nidalee missed the spear on a stun target, creation of the flash there. He was dead. Mickey's going to pop Storm Raiders here, and he's going to try and finish off the kill. And honestly, he got creep block there. If he wasn't creep block, he would have gotten the E off, and it would have been another kill. Rakan here, just popping ult, making sure no one else can come close. Brand, or Key, pathed very poorly, and he's going to die. So, like, look at Brand's pathing here. This is so bad. So this is good, because the Ashe Arrow ended. So that means that he's going to do a lot of damage. Great, you're Brand. Now, ooh. Okay, so we got charmed. Why don't you run up here? What is down here for you? Your entire team is north. Why did he go that way? And then he's like, oh crap, I messed up. That's bad. That's really bad play. That's diamond. That's like mid diamond level play right there, and a mid diamond level pick. May I also say? All right, let's get that mark out of there. That was a decent setup from Jin Air. If they went to that EQ, I don't think like that first EQ. If they got better harass out of that, I think it would went a lot better. Adaptive health. Look at that. Look at all that AP that he built, and he just clears the way for free. Great champion. Ugh. He's honest. He honestly is like a skillless Camille. It's so frustrating. Oh, it's gonna be solo kill. Nope, got the flash. I think it's weird how some ADs are taking fervor when like Warlords is just so much better. Especially because like what's Ashe gonna do later in the game, right? Like you got Galio coming towards you. You can auto him once to get the movement speed boost to like get away with Warlords. You aren't gonna get any help from the rest of your team. Like what's Bran gonna do? Oh, he missed stun. Oh no. All right, so now that Jin Air's been winning lanes, right? Galio's just been shoving Cassiopean mercilessly to the point where he feels so comfortable in this matchup he actually went Ninja Tabby. And bot lane's been up too, which is just straight up horrible because it's. Oh, why did they pick Bran? It's like, why did I even pick this? Why I wanted to pick game blind? Why did they pick this game though? If I saw it was like Bran Italy, I know that like ROX loses. So now what they should be doing right here is it's 16 minutes in the game, right? Umti's gonna clear his jungle. After that, Umti is gonna be around here. He's gonna finish clearing. He's gonna take that. That'll be the end of his clear, right? Umti is just gonna walk up here and get vision. Right here and right here. Now Jace can play up to pretty much, let's say here. Jace can freely push up to this line, right? So that means that for the red team, shrinks the map a lot. So their map, their line of defense is now here. Once that tower goes down, their line of defense kind of goes down here. And once that tower goes down, their line of defense goes here. Okay. So I'm going to go into like a slight tangent here about why SKT is so good from playing from behind, right? So pretty much what Jin Air and like what league comes down to at this point in the game is you're up, right? There are many ways to snowball leads. The fastest way to snowball leads is to honestly get a pick and get an objective. Slower ways to snowball leads would be to deny the enemy CS and XP, which can be done by crashing waves in the tower, or taking jungle camps, or forcing them out. Why SKT is so good at this is that they will strategically lose towers and kill lanes. And what I mean by killing a lane is that, let's say on this wave, which is not going to happen on this wave, but let's say that blue team shoves up here and takes tower, right? What SKT will do is sometimes in some games, they did this a lot in the early spring split, not as much later, because pushing is like really important right now. But they take Huni, and Huni, whatever champion would be playing, he would have TP, and Huni kills the lane. So blue pushes in, Huni would sit right here, right on this dash, right where it's safe to farm, and he kills this lane. What I mean by that is he freezes it. He sits there, he last hits the creeps perfectly, and all of a sudden, red team only has 2 lanes to farm, right? Now red team, blue team only has 2 lanes to farm, right? So what happens then? Well, bot's gonna base, and bot's gonna not go bot again, because, well, that lane's dead, right? And there are the only way to bust open a dead lane, or there are two ways. Once, you get the top laner to TP out, then your minion wave crashes into the tower. The second is to, like, send 3 people down there and crash into the tower. By then, though, in the time it takes to do that, SKT gets 2 free waves of gold and XP. Maybe 3, because maybe your other wave's stacked up, and you lose that, okay? So that's like, at this point in the game, let's say we'll generously say 1 level and about 400 gold. So all of a sudden that 2k gold lead goes down to a 1.5k lead, right? And then when Huni decides to push this, SKT somehow magically forces a play where Huni makes teleport play, and they catch you out in the jungle, and they outplay you in the team fight, and oh no, the red side mini wave just crashed into my tower, and I just lost more XP and gold, and because I lost that team fight, now I lose even more. All right, and this is the macro that you can use to win the game. And it's a lot harder from behind because people always talk about snowballing games, how to properly win games, how to properly snowball games, because it's true. Once you get a Baron, you should win the game. But there's also an art to playing from behind, and it's something that it's much harder to play from behind. And I have a lot of respect for good teams or good players like Hai. Hai has a great sense in the game of when to throw in the towel, and Hai honestly Hai is the master to saying fuck it. And he does this in 2 ways, right? In one way, Hai says, "All right, guys, we lost Baron. We're gonna sack our lives and kill ourselves to try and take just kill minion waves because Baron buffs up minion waves. But if you can somehow cut off the wave down here and then TP back in time, that's a minion wave. They can't Baron up. So we win. Or the famous one is him Zed at Worlds playing ninja stealth, walking up the bot line brushes on scene, and it's so creative and smart because if he gets a pick, all of a sudden he can get advantages for his team and get himself claw himself back into the game. There was another classic C9 game where they lost Baron and the team bases and C9 or Sneaky backdoor mid inhibitor and that ended up they ended up winning the game, and they were down 10k gold, totally lost. It was years ago when he was on C9. He was still playing mid. And I always love watching that because it's hard to do it, right? There's an art. The way to do it is, I think it's really effective, kill lanes and just bring in your vision and just try and make a pick. Or SKT is just so intelligent about knowing how the enemy moves around the map in the fog of war. I think they can just make plays. Anyway, that was a long tangent. I think it's useful though. It's hard to play from behind. There's an art to it, and I'm kind of calling what's going on. I said that Graves would farm his bot side, but since mid's so low, he's just helping knock it down for free. And now they might go bot side. That's another option. Jace is gonna go back top though. That one I was right about. See, I don't think he should be bot because they get it for free. The only reason you go bot is for Ocean, which is fine. He already has 1 ward topside. And this mid ward's really valuable, by the way. It is a great ward in solo queue that no one drops. You just drop it mid, you can see anyone walking up. It helps prevent Ashe picks in this case, because Ashe will sit in the back of mid, try and get picks. And also you can see what side the mid laner's hugging after they clear the wave. Really strong ward. I wonder why Cassio's going Rod. I used to go Rod Rylai's back when before Rylai's got nerfed last season on Cass. I thought it was personally really strong. But that's because no one punished me hard enough at my elo to punish the Rod. And I think that's why Cassiopeia is going Rod here because, what's Galio gonna do? Cure for half her health with no AP? Yeah, probably. But Okay, here's Umti trying to set up that top lane push that I said he would. And ROX is trying to set up cute play bot. They're pulling this off because they know that they just shoved in Jace. And look at that. Galio totally kills that. And after Kennen shoved in Jace, he was able to sneak down. He was in vision, though. He thought, like, he took an interesting path where he thought he was out of vision, but he was seen by a ward. Yep, there's Umti warding up for himself. Mickey's trying to defend it. Quality of my video dropped. I don't know why. That's really bad, too, because that shouldn't be happening. I want 720p. There we go. And you can see the line of defense that I was talking about forming right now. Remember that line I drew? Kind of went like here. Yeah, there it is. And now Graves is going to try and just walk into the jungle and steal anything that would be Nidalee's. Or in this case, Jason Galio. It's also their job too. Alright, so he was able to secure that. Just pressuring. They shoved in the mid wave so they can do that. Now Jace lost pressure in top lane, so looks like, oh, this is a nice play from Nidalee heading up there. Jace should know that she's topside, but she could head up and kind of like contest that. She's about to walk over a ward though. So because of that failed contest red buff, red team was actually able to push up their vision a bit more. So now this ward just got put down, so I guess this ward was necessary beforehand, but this ward ideally should be back here. Because then you can see if Jace rotates out of top lane and down anywhere. But since he's pushed up and since Nilly just dropped that, it's fine. So because that red ward was just dropped, ROX finds out that Jin Air has 4 bot, and they were able to actually sneak 4 bot in here because they were able to either effectively clear out the vision or ROX did a really crappy job because they were like, wait, what? I'm actually, this is so bad. Like I'm curious how this happens straight up. Yeah, because like 3 minutes ago they're like pushing bot. So what happens to their wards? So Rakan clears out the pink right now. The other one's a scuttle. Oh, I wish I could see a ward counter for Bran. Okay, either way, it doesn't matter. He's basing. There's another ward that gets cleared out by that pink. There's another pink. Okay, so Jin Air actually set this up nicely. They double pinked it. And Rakan's going to clear out that. Nice. So once Scuttle Crab dies, they move them all up here. This is a very long preemptive play from Jin Air. But, okay, Bran clears out both pinks. Umshis and Fog. So they know 4 are down here right now. I was actually wrong. So Nidalee has to sprint down. Cassio's still shoving out mid. They're too late to respond. That's nice. I think it shows the importance actually of so when Bran cleared out this pink, right, that was right here, he should have dropped a ward. He didn't. Right? I don't think he did. Because Bran clears it out right then, right? He gets pinged out. He doesn't drop a ward. And the reason why it's so important is that Galio is going to cross that path. So Galio goes unseen. So they now they know there are 4 here, but it's too late because Nidalee's on the top side. You can see she immediately turns around. They're going to look for a pick on Jace, actually, from the looks of things. And it's too late. They're going to lose the tower out of it. For free. That's, like, that's really poorly played from ROX. If Key's been bad. He picked Brand. He was straight up bad. If Key drops any ward along this path right here, anything, literally anything. They see Galio, and Nidalee goes from here to here, and is at least there in time, and Kenny can back off TP. But instead, they were going to set up to play top, and they got totally caught off guard. And they just lost tower free. Well played from Jin Air, but I feel like that's a pretty big misplay from ROX. Interesting that Shy rushed Frozen Mallet and is now going Zeal instead of putting a Bork in there at any time. I feel like Bork is way too strong on that kind of build. And if you're in a struggling matchup, you do go the Charm's Fist, or whatever that 1200 thing's called. But so you can see, like, once again, those the lines that I drew, they're just kind of fighting over those. And ROX is doing a decent job with the double pink, but I believe that blue ward, I want to see if that blue ward's snuck in between. I like that red ward over the side too. Sees, because Kuzan has shove advantage. So, no, I can't see anymore. I think that blue ward was in between both pinks. I'm not sure though. I wish I could see. I'm looking for a spot where like that blue ward gets in between both, because that's like really valuable for support, or honestly anyone to know. Mostly for a support, but anyone really. Okay, so it's important to note that the red side's wards have timed out in their bot side jungle. So Kennen is very vulnerable. And he cannot shove past, excuse me, he can't shove past that like little gap above Krugs. It's very hard for him to safely go past that. Once again, that line I was drawing, just fighting over it. Because ROX has more resources dedicated to the top side, because I think Graves wants to take this Mountain Drake, they're winning. But once Graves takes this Mountain Drake and gets up there, like, they shouldn't have a chance. What are these builds today, man? Why isn't Cassio finishing her tier item? It gives her AP based off mana, and it gives her a shield. And also, what is up with ROX, with Sangwon going... I guess he wanted the rod and wasn't able to finish it, so he just got an Amp Tome. I guess he still gives him room for pots. And looks like Zaya's going Hex Drinker next. She doesn't feel like she needs QSS, but she's going to face enough magic damage. He still might be going Scimitar. Also, it's interesting that after the Hurricane changes, all of the Korean 80 carries I've seen have been avoiding Hurricane, while every other region's still building it. Interesting. Rapid Fire Cannon gives you the least amount of gold efficiency, too, as an item, but the Koreans really like that extra range. They feel like they can get poke damage or do a little bit more with that. Okay, there's the rod. I don't know what Mickey's doing, though. He probably thinks he needs a Void Staff. Oh, so much damage. Kuzan took a greedy path back to lane, but he gets away with it and gets Ashero for it, which is nice. With Ashero down and 4 people showing bid, they can move up top and clear vision. Once again, that line I drew, that's what they're fighting over. Red buff. Oh, that's TP. So this is super bad for ROX. They should get smacked here. Italy overcommits. Oh my goodness, Rakan. Whew. Alright, well that's pretty much game. Let's watch that. Okay, so nice ward here from ROX. The ward that's going to end up being TP2 is right here, which is good. It's a good ward. It's in a really nice spot. The issue is here is that, okay, so, no, this is all good. Okay, ROX faces indecision right here. They don't have Ash Arrow too. So right here, they're split. Because you can see their members kind of like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Right? So Key splits off, and Umti flashes. Good flash. Galio enters, which is nice. And now with this TP coming in from Jace, and what was this path that Cassiopeia took? Mickey, what are you doing? So Mickey took, I think that path gets you there like 2 seconds earlier. When I say that path, I mean the low one. So it gets you there like 2 seconds earlier. Crap, this one. It's like -2 compared to this one. But this one gets you in position to defend top turret. So I have no idea what Mickey's doing when he makes that play. Shy is going to get bouncy housed here. And look at Mickey. He's got a burn flash offensively. So he stuns 2, and ROX, instead of going for these stunned targets, are going to keep whiffing abilities on Jace. And then Nidalee jumps in for no reason. And now they're going to get absolutely wrecked by a beautiful combo here, quite frankly. So Rakan gets a 4-man charm. His W was off cooldown for the record. Everyone flashes out of Xayah ult, which would have murdered everyone. And Xayah is still going to murder everyone. And they just get cleaned up. Like, they were already down a little bit of gold and down in itemization, but they played that fight so horrendously. They were so split. They could have killed Rakan. He was stunned. And it's not smart to dump everything into the support, but, you know, he was stunned. They could have chained. Wow, that's... So top tower's down. Now it's a Baron. Now it's a reset. I wonder what the casters are saying here. Very nice, like, beautiful Rakan play. Seriously. Wow, all 3 of those members flashed. If they would have been Xayah ulted, oh my gosh, I would have loved to see it. That would have been an ace. Clean ace. Xayah does so much damage when she pulls back her E. It's ridiculous. Wow, she went Maw. Maw and Graves too. They're facing a lot of magic damage. They're magic damage heavy. Whoa, actually, still think they're more well-rounded out. They're not magic damage heavy. Well, yeah, they are. They have more magic damage. Cannon's 70-30 when it comes to 80 and AP, I think. Probably more than that. Probably more like 80-20. But still. This game's over. Like, straight up. How does ROX siege this? How do they get themselves like back into this? Ash Arrow? Or, but like they lost all 3 lanes. They got murdered in all 3 lanes, straight up. Like, why would I watch the rest of this game? It's over. Key's dead. Great. Brand pick. It was really good. Alright, they lost Key all of a sudden. There go 2 inhibs. Oh, look at all the damage Kuzan took. Sick mid laner. Good poke. Oh, Redemption gets it all back. Teddy flashes in and kills Key again. And now they're just too tanky and the game's over. Wow, what a great game. Really don't like Sangwon's play, and Key was straight up awful on the brand. Good 2-0 from Jin Air, though. That was a big play with the Rakan. And Graves pathed well early. I don't know. It's just not a great game. I apologize. I didn't see this one before. I knew the Jin Air won, but I kind of wanted to see the Zaire Rakan. I thought it would be more exciting. Anyway, that's it for me. This is game 2 of ROX versus Jin Air. If you guys liked it, leave a thumbs up. If you guys didn't like it, leave a thumbs down and let me know why in the comments. Really looking to get better at this. Any feedback is greatly appreciated. And with that, I'm out. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for stopping by. This is Cubby on Cubby's Critiques.